What's happening, guys? This is TheLonewolfTech coming back to you with another Tekkit project, and today is pretty interesting because I get to show off all my hard work, which I will let you see a glimpse of if I can walk around while facing this way. Da 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 da. Yeah, I built a new house. Well, it looks like a house, but it's really not supposed to be. I'll explain it here in a second. But let's just get a quick update on our little magical wizardry area over here, where we have been making some dark matter. Now these machines overflow. I'm not sure if I talked about it in the last episode, but they do. What happens is when this redstone generator or redstone engine gets to like 100% power or whatever, when it moves items its fastest, it moves out so many that these start to overflow. And as you can see, I have 5 overclockers in there, and that it's still not enough for it, and that's I believe a fair amount of overclockers. So I can leave it on for a while, but eventually I gotta shut it off before it starts overflowing and lagging up the server. So here in a little bit we're gonna get some rotary macerators and see how they do. But we have about a stack of dark matter. I'm working on our second. Now I haven't been making I haven't had the machine on a lot because of the fact that it overflows, and when I'm not actually sitting down playing and just staring at it, I like to leave it off, especially like when I'm building new buildings. I'll leave it off. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. The bone meal one takes forever to make anything. I mean, 6 diamonds. It's been on for a while, so not really that useful. Got about 16 diamonds now. One other problem that we need to fix is when I'm away, which I'm going to be here in the future a lot, away as in not in this area of the world of our Tekkit project. Don't look at the house. I know it's still beautiful. I don't think our little wizardry area loads, which is understandable. So what I'm going to do is just get a world anchor, which I had one left in there, and plop her down. Now, one thing, if you didn't notice a second ago, I removed our power, and this is because I'm not sure what we're gonna do in this building anymore. You'll know in a second, but I'm planning to go ahead and just make it self-sufficient and just finish my idea in the beginning of the project to fill it up with solar panels, because we kind of got to the point where we can make tons of resources to do that, and it's not really a problem. So I'm not gonna put one down here because those don't really stay on that often anyway. Power wise, when we are macerating, we do lose power, and that's just from 4 macerators. 2 of them with 4 overclockers and 2 of them with 5. So yeah. And where are we gonna put this? We'll just stick it right there. We'll stick it close to the rest of the stuff. Now, I'm not sure if I explained before about world anchors. Now I just call them anchors. The area they affect is a 16 by 16 radius. 16 blocks that way, 16 blocks that way, 16 blocks that way, and then all the way down to bedrock. So just kind of stick it up, and so it probably is getting most of this area. 16 blocks is actually pretty far when you think about it. Like probably not as far as this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, it's a little bit farther than this 16 blocks is, so it's pretty far. But guys, let's go over into our new building. I meant to make a boat, but I didn't, but that's alright. So this building, as I do a fly around, which I didn't record me making of it because it was kind of just off and on when I made it. And hopefully in the future I'm going to get another Minecraft account so I can record from, I guess you can call it from a third person perspective when I build stuff. But when I started building this, I had the idea that I wanted it in that area, and it was going to be more of a work shed, kind of sort of like our building over there was. And I kind of like building to fit the land, you know. I don't like building, just square buildings. I don't like changing up the land very much. I like building with the land so it kind of fits. I think it looks better, but that's just me personally. But that's what I did here, and it ended up more looking like a house than a work shed, I guess you can call it. But we'll go ahead and go inside. I have a little boat landing because this is at one point I kind of want to make a harbor in here because it's a pretty nice little area where you could have a harbor, and maybe some railcraft, wink wink. But that's much farther down the road. We got other stuff to do. So I built this little tower. That's one thing that didn't really fit in the land, but I wanted to make. Because I kind of wanted a spiral staircase. So what I did is I just made this. The wood, the logs are kind of they're around every corner, so it kind of makes for a cool design. And these logs right here, I just took our little handsaw, which this item is the best for building a house. You can do so many different things with blocks. So this kind of makes for an easy landing getaway area. And then our spiral staircase is just these are stone brick stairs, and then I just chopped up some stone brick into little quarter-sized blocks and made those little landings. I know I could have probably done slabs, but the little quarter-sized blocks are so much easier to place. So it just goes down, and we go to our first level, which is the ceiling. I can't even talk today, I'm sorry guys. The ceiling level, and I don't have any more food on me. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do here. We have great windows. These aren't these are glass panes instead of the normal windows, which we used everything else. But from here we can have a great view of our quarries and just about everything else. There'll probably be some machines up here. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do up here yet, but we'll get to that. Now, the main level, we are going to have, this is, as you can probably see, going to be our new sorting room, which has way too many chests. The reason for that is, one, I found out you can condense diamond chests, so I just made a shit ton because it was easier that way. And so this is gonna be where all of our items are sorted. This is where it's gonna start. So you dump all your stuff in here. You want to get sorted, and then you just send it around. It's gonna go all the way around to this chest. And I think this is like 30 something chests, which usually just main Tekkit sorter machines, systems I guess you can call them, that I've seen other people do only have like maybe at the most 10 chests. So ours is really overkill, but in the future, with this being our main base, we kind of want, if we ever need anything, we kind of just want to walk in here and be able to find it. So we'll be able to sort quite definitely. I'm not sure if you'd use that as a word. Precisely. We want to be very precise in our sorting. So, tools, and then just different groups of blocks instead of like our piece of crap sorter in there that doesn't work anymore. And that's really the main reason for this building, is because our sorter over there doesn't work. And without the sorting in that room, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do in there. But I kind of hate just to blow up the building, because it's been with us a long time and it's got good space in there. It looks really ugly, to be honest with you. I'm sure y'all all think that the same. It's a pretty ugly building, but we'll find something to do with it. So yeah, lots of diamond chests. So you should be able to come in here. You know, there'll be plenty of crafting tables, that you can, you know, build. It's gonna be pretty cool. And then we go to the downstairs, which was one of the main things I wanted to incorporate, which you kind of have to with sorting systems. But this is where all the sorting is gonna go on. Now this is all stone brick. This is all that volcano stone, and if you put it into a furnace and melt it down, I guess, turns into another block, and if you put that in a 2x2 block, it'll make this kind of brick. So we got that, and just some redstone lamps in here, pretty nice. And then our wood comes all the way down to the bottom. Now this is exactly like the top of the house, so there's no extra room down here, which I kind of liked. So we're just gonna have holes, and how this is gonna work, we're gonna have a sorter and a buffer, and we're gonna, in the sorting machine, we're gonna say, you know, stuff goes up here, and whatever doesn't go up there just keeps moving along, kind of like we did with our diamond pipes, but this will be a whole lot more foolproof and won't lag or forget its properties, hopefully. So that should work a whole lot better. And I'm not going to record me doing this, mostly because it's going to take me a long time to figure out how we're going to get it all to work, and it would be an extremely long video. But I think the easier thing to do would just be after I'm done to just come by and give you a in-depth and I can't talk at all, in-depth example on how it all worked. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be basically it. We're gonna have a few neat machines in here that should be doing some cool stuff for us, and it should be pretty cool. So I'm gonna get to building the sorting machine, and I'll get back to you in probably like 32 years by the time I get done with it. Welcome back, guys, to day 5,642,000,000,004. It feels like I've been working on this sorting system for ever. And before I even get into it, like the video, subscribe to my channel, go follow me on Twitter, links in the description, because we have built a state-of-the-art sorting system here. I mean, it's top of the line. Bill Gates doesn't even have this stuff, bro. It doesn't get much better than this. So it's about taking me all day, pretty much, to do it. But we'll go take a look at it. Now, I'm going to warn you, my frame rate is going to suck. My computer just doesn't want to handle running a server and playing on the server at the same time. That's not really a problem because I'm going to build me a home server here soon, and I hope to post that on YouTube. So if you're interested in that kind of sort of thing, go watch that when I post it. But when I get my home server, it should handle, you know, the Tekkit server, and so I won't have to be on it. First off, on the roof, we just added some blue electricity solar panels, which we need to add some more. But for now, this is actually doing pretty well, and we just kind of ran that through the roof. So we'll go through our little state-of-the-art entrance here, because this whole facility is state-of-the-art, because that's what we do here at Lone Wolf Tech. We don't do any of that other stuff. So main level, nothing much really changed. But when we walk downstairs, I'm not sure if y'all can handle this. It's gonna be crazy, I'm telling you. You ready? I don't think you're ready. Oh my gosh. I know. It's amazing. As you saw before, this whole downstairs was completely empty, and now it's filled with crazy stuff. And this looks really complicated, but it's not that complicated actually. We'll just take it in steps. So first off, we have a timer, and the timer is all of our sorting machines have to have a pulse of redstone to work. So I've ran red alloy cable because that's really the best and only way to do it in this situation, across the floor. And it makes the lights a little bit weird. You'll see it when we turn it on. I'm not going to turn it on this second because it's going to kill our frame rate. Now this right here is a retriever, and the basic reason for it is our deposit chest up here. So when we just throw stuff in there, so some pipes in there, some food maybe. Actually, I'll keep the food. When we throw stuff in there, though, it's going to take everything out a stack at a time. So it's not one by one, it's a whole stack, which is really, really quick. So you got that, and it has to have power and an impulse. So we got that. And then the reason I skipped this area right here is because that's probably going to be for our pipes from the quarries. Are going to be right here. And then this is our another deposit chest. This is the main one before you actually hit the sorting system. And then you move on to the sorting machines. Now these have to have the impulse, like I said before, and they have to be have power from the blue electricity. That's why you see all this black and yellow cable running all over the place, because it's got to go to all these sorters. And in the sorters, now you can change this mode right here. You can click on that. I'm not going to because it's probably going to screw something up, and it will change the setting. Now the only one I know anything about is this one, the one that looks like this image right here. What this one does is it will send any items in this chest. If they match this, they'll send them through the red pipe, and if they match this, they'll send them through the yellow pipe, and if they don't match either of them, they'll send them through the black pipe. Now that's pretty basic. As you can see, our yellow pipe right there. Now there's a yellow pipe and there's a red pipe. Now for how to make them, well, how do I explain this? This is the pneumatic tubing or whatever. It's a weird name. But the cool thing about this tubing is, one, it doesn't overflow and just throw something on the ground like Buildcraft, and two, you can color it. So if you get some paintbrushes, which I think there should be some in here. So there's a white paintbrush. If you get paintbrushes, you can actually paint the tube by right-clicking on it, and it will become that color, kind of like those red tubes right there. And then you can set one of these little boxes to whites. I'm not going to mess around with that much because, you know, I've spent a lot of time. So that's how you basically sort them into different sections, kind of like a diamond pipe, but different, I guess. So it starts off going through there. Now these yellow items are special items, and I'll get to that later. And then the red items just go along up to the chest. Now you only have to have one part of the tube painted. So I just left this one little piece right here yellow. So anything that's yellow will go that way. And then up here, you know, I could just leave that one red. And then anything that's red would go up that way. Now for aesthetics, it's probably better to paint the whole tubing, just because it looks better. See, this little bit right here is black. But what you can't do is paint that little section right there yellow, because then no items will be able to pass, because only yellow could go that way. So that's a little heads up. I kind of have a little sign sticking around. Stone plus blocks. This is what it's sorting. See, it's mostly bricks and blocks and slabs and stuff. I still got a lot more filling to do, but one thing I didn't say is this little thing right here is a buffer, which is pretty much just like a chest, but it's actually made for the sorting machines. So what it will do, if the chest on that end is full, or it can't send anything to the black pipe, it will just stay in the buffer until it can pass. So that's good. That's where you That's how the pipes don't overflow, because it'll just go into the chest that they came from. Unless this starts to overflow. Unless it might overflow if this starts to overflow, but that's highly unlikely. So we got that, and so that doesn't need anything. It doesn't need an impulse or blue electricity, which is nice. So it does some more stuff over here. We got some nature going on over there, and what else is there? As you can see, this one's sorted into 3 different sections: red, yellow, and blue. So red's gonna go up in that way, yellow's gonna go up in that way, blue's gonna go up in that way, and black's gonna go that way. Now these pipes and sorting systems are very smart in the way that you know, your yellow pipe could be miles away and your black pipe could be really close, but it's still gonna go to the yellow pipe. As you can see here, it's gonna know it's gotta go up this way and into the red instead of going that way. And then here's our bat box, which I don't know how it stays fully charged. I guess when these start working, they don't need that much electricity to stay charged. Get some pipes here. Now, one thing I will mention, when I filled out the sorter machines, I kind of cheated. I didn't really. What I did is I just went into cheat mode and went through all the items that I thought would be like, I just typed in pipes, and then I just went into the sorter and just, you know, spawned in a lot of pipes and then put one in the sorting machine. So yeah, I could you know, make the items myself, but that would take forever, just to be honest, and I'm not actually using the items, I'm just using them to sort things. So yeah, it's kind of cheating, but I think it's a whole lot better than trying to, you know, make every single item, which that means, like, if you wanted to build a furnace, well, you might as well make 2, because you're gonna have to put one in the sorter. So I just spawned in a lot of them, and I just delete the items. I'll put one in. Now, one cool thing about this is what you can do is you can actually put, let's say, instead of one stone conductive pipe, you can put a whole stack of stone conductive pipes. So if there's a stack of stone conductive pipes in here, it's going to take the whole stack out and move it up instead of going one by one. See, now if there's 64 stone conductive pipes, it's just going to take one by one by one. Now if you had it set in here for a stack, it would take a whole stack out and take it up. So that's one cool thing. I didn't know about that until after I put all the items in. But yeah, so this is some Buildcraft machines. Now these signs, when you place them on a buffer or above wire, they just kind of hang in midair, which kind of I'm not sure about it, but it's really the only way I can label these when they're, you know, this kind of setup. So what was that? That's industrial craft. We had some food plus blue electricity, or whatever it's called, dust and emeralds, gears and valuables, ingots, and this is about as far as I've gotten. So yeah, it goes all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, and this is the last sorting machine. And then our miscellaneous, whatever's not sorted, goes into this chest, which already has some stuff in it, because I've been running items periodically. So gosh, one other thing before I get into the main thing, our power systems right here. Now this is just set up into our you know, our lava geothermal facility underground, and I actually added like 4 or 5 more geothermal generators. I'll have to show you some other time, but this video is going to be really long and just kind of an MFE. This is actually a medium voltage transformer, I think it's called, and I'm not sure. I think that's gonna keep me from wasting electricity. I don't know about that, but we'll figure it out. And then this is a low voltage transformer for all of my machines, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But we'll go look over here at the beginning. So in this sorting machine, it's really the first one, and what I did is I want to take all these materials that we need to actually do stuff to and send them to yellow. And you see the sand and the dirt and the gravel and the cobblestone. You'll see what we're going to do to those. So they're going to go through yellow, and we're going to get frame rate. They're going to go into this chest, which is going to act like a buffer, except I wanted a really big buffer right there. So right here we can see I have 4 different sections set up. These 2 are not in use right now because not really sure what we're gonna have to do to them, but I'm sure we're gonna have to do something there. But here we have ores going to red, and then our sand, cobblestone, and all that good stuff going to yellow, and nothing going to blue or black. And there is no random set on this one. So we'll get to that one in a second. Now the sand and the cobblestone and the gravel are all going to yellow, which is this one, and it's going into a recycler. Which what a recycler is, you put items in the recycler and then it has a chance of making scrap. So there's an equation that says, out of maybe like 50 tries you'll get 1 scrap of this type of material. So we're just putting in our basic materials because there's no point in trying to condense that into diamonds because it takes forever and we get crap ton of diamonds now. But with scrap we can eventually make cooler stuff out of it. But for now, that's just going to make scrap, and then it's going to get pumped out into a system, and it's going to go with some pipes, and it's eventually going to go back in there, and then it's going to get sorted into another chest for now. Now the other thing that we have going on over here is all of our ores getting sent to here, which is getting hit on another buffer and another sorting machine, which is gonna more precisely sort our ores into iron, copper, tin, silver, and gold. And then it's gonna get sucked out of there and go down here, which I think this is pretty cool because there's no way I was gonna copy our macerating room from our old sorting work shed, I guess we called it. There's no way I was gonna copy that just above ground, up here, because it just takes up too much space, and I kind of like to be able to walk around. That's why I kind of left a line right here I can walk down, because we're gonna have to access all these machines. So I decided just to dig down a little bit and build it underground. So this is the meaty part of our sorting system. So we got some macerators right here, which one is empowered. Just get some cable real quick. Alright. Now when I do finish sorting everything, I will delete all these items that I keep spawning in. So don't worry, I'm not keeping anything. So we got power coming from our box all the way down underground to this bat box, and then we have power coming out of here powering the macerators and then our furnaces. And this pipe you see right here is from the scrap, so the scrap's going to come down and join with our main pipe. And then we just have some red alloy cable for these redstone engines. Then we have a switch, and we have more red alloy cable for these engines, and it's basically the same setup. And then these pipes are going up to the first chest we used to sort, so it gets this sent back through. So it's basically the same setup. It's a little bit different shaped because I have this pipe right here. I have those pipes, and before we didn't. and I didn't want it so compact back here. At the beginning I tried to put it all in the same stone, but that I just got overwhelmed a little bit. So it's a little bit, you know, beefy. Now here is a this chest right here is where another macerator could be, I guess. It's really the, if you look on the sorter, it's really the unknown chest, which I was wondering why I even set that for unknown. Why even put a chest there, because we already had it. There was going to be no items going through there, but apparently some dirt went through, so it's a good thing I did that. Now these pipes, normally they kind of act like, well, you can probably get a better view from upstairs. Normally they'd act like normal pipes, and they try to connect to each other, but when you paint them different colors, they won't connect to each other. So if you had a red pipe next to a blue pipe, like a red pipe right there and a blue pipe right there, they wouldn't connect. But if you just had a pipe right there and a pipe right there, they would. So that's good to know. It really helps when you're doing sorting systems like this in an odd shape of a room. So that's that, and let's just go throw some items through so we can see what kind of happens. So I'm just gonna, you know, click on some random stuff. Yeah, I know half of the stuff ain't sorted, so, and shoot all that stuff through. Let's get some more good stuff. It's just the laggiest page of everything. See how much it lags. I need to make a tool chest. Haven't gotten to that yet. So we'll just send some of this stuff through. There we go. That's the lag. Apparently this stuff ain't wanting to get in. Alright. So we'll go turn it on. Now the switch, when it's switched on, it's gonna act like just one single pulse, and this needs constant pulses. So we're gonna switch it off, and first thing you notice, yes, the wire is not flashing at the same time, and that's just because of lag, I think. And then as you can see, stuff's getting stuck in here. It stacks at 64, which is cool. And because the wire ran over the lamps, they flash. But I think it's kind of cool how it does that. So first off, we see dirt. Actually, we see a really bad frame rate. But we see the dirt coming through here to yellow. Now this chest is going to fill up, or this recycler is going to fill up real quick. Which is going to be good because we can use it as an example what happens when it fills up. I'm not sure if I threw any ore in there. Now you can see that buffer got full, so it started sending items back. Let's get some iron. So we'll throw some iron in there. That's probably a lot of iron. So something's full. Now I've had a problem with these buffers in the way they face. Most of them work facing like this, and sometimes they won't, and you just kind of gotta turn them around with your wrench until they do. We'll just check on a recycler. Well, apparently it is working. Throw some more dirt in here though, so we can really see it overflow. So we can see our ores going down, but I want to see this overflow. Well, there's not much to see down there because it's just macerators, which we will upgrade those to rotary macerators when we get the chance. So this is gonna fill up right about now, and then see, it's gonna start sending items back because it can't fill the slots anymore. So that's good. And then shoot some random stuff through again. See, the way it prioritizes items to go through is it likes to send, let's say there's 4,000 iron ores in there, it's gonna send all those iron ores first. Doesn't matter which order they're in, but it's gonna want to send all those first. Yeah, I'm getting like 20 frames a second down here from all this lag, and I think it's mostly the machines and all this stuff. But you know, when I get my server built, and then I just ordered some new fans for my computer, so I can hopefully it will run cooler, and then I can overclock it a little bit, and then we'll be all Gucci, hopefully. And any day now, hopefully it's going to send a new item through, so we can actually watch it go through the whole system. Alright guys, starting to send other stuff through, so we can see a mob of random stuff going through, and it's just going to automatically get forward through the next through each sorting machine, because it has no place in it. I kind of like how it looks when it goes through the pipes. It looks a whole lot better than Buildcraft, I believe. So it's just gonna keep traveling along because I haven't sorted any of these materials, and it's gonna take me a while before I get to it. But I got most of the basic materials, so we should be able to hook up our quarry in the next episode, which is gonna be fun, and maybe even make some new tools. And I try to put a trapdoor there, but because of the redstone signal, it keeps, you know, flopping open. It's kind of funny. So everything went all the way through, pretty much a-okay, and into the last chest. And the cool thing is, when the items travel through the pipe, they travel in a stack of 64. So it's not one by one like Buildcraft, it's a whole stack. So looks like we got some melons in there. My destruction catalyst wound up in there. Some alloy wire. Some pipes. More pipes. Machines. Which actually wanted to build a few project tables. One thing I am gonna do, I'm gonna borrow. I'm gonna, like, these project tables, I'm gonna use a couple of them, but what I'm gonna do, instead of, you know, getting rid of like the 3 wood it takes to make them, I'm just gonna grab like a stack or 2 of diamonds and just get rid of them. So it's really equal when you think about it. Place a few of these down. That should be pretty good. Place a couple upstairs. See, I'm still getting like 20 frames a second. Just upstairs. Now I'm not sure if this whole system's gonna work when I don't have the chunk loaded, which it shouldn't. It's kind of a stupid question, but you know, we'll find out. So yeah, guys, that's basically our whole setup, our awesome sorting system. As you can see, items still going through. Now please like and subscribe this video and share it and everything, because this has taken me a long time, and I haven't seen anybody else with the sorting room quite like mine, quite like ours, I should say, because we're all in this together. That's right. And I'm really tired, so I'm gonna end it there. Next episode we should be getting our quarry set up, you know, sticking it over there somewhere, so we can start our 2 full-size quarries, which is gonna be amazing. And yeah, I got some other stuff to show you that is pretty cool. So like and subscribe for more Tekkit, and thanks.